5 minutes only for authentic questions. Yes.
Purusha residing in the cave of the heart, and Purusha being pure consciousness. This pure consciousness and the Kundalini energy that's going up the spine from her abode are two different things?
They are two different things. Purusha is the center of consciousness. Kundalini is a fire, primal fire, a Shakti, energy which is used for manifestation. Yes.
What is the distinction between samadhi and enlightenment, and how many enlightenments walk today?
I don't have any such catalog, but one who says he is enlightened is egotistical. One who doesn't say is a fool. So only enlightened person knows enlightened person. I'll tell you how. If man had habit of taking his cushion and pillow with him all the time wherever he went, so wherever he went outside his home, he took cushion and pillow. He would sit down on the cushion and fix up the pillow. So it looked, he was like a great Maharaja or king. Another person had habit of riding the horse wherever he went. So by chance they both went on the same path. Their destination was one and the same. So on the way, people thought one who was carrying cushion and pillow, he's the servant, and who was riding the horse, he was the master. When he arrived at the village, the man who was holding cushion and pillow fixed up his cushion, pillow behind it and sat down. And the horseman started releasing the saddle and everything. So villagers thought he's the servant and this man who is sitting is the king. Who is enlightened? One who is constantly aware of the truth and yet living in the world free from the bondages of karma. Now you'll say how it is possible for you or anyone to be free. You know the pot maker, when he has made the pot, he has performed his karma. His action of pot making gives him fruit of the pots. But after he has made the pot, still the wheel revolves. That rotation of the wheel does not bear any fruits. So those who are enlightened, karmas do not affect them because they are like that wheel which have already produced the parts. They are rotating because they have to rotate. They live on the earth as free beings, helping others, serving others, making people aware of the reality. Yes.
To follow on this question, if the goal is to be desireless, how does one live in the world to plan business projects and yet see that and still not have a desire?
The goal of life is not to be desireless. The goal of life is to be constantly aware of the absolute truth. For that, one has learned to be desireless, means not having desires for selfish purposes. No. You need a powerful desire to attain Brahman, to meditate, to lead your mind inwards. It's exactly like that. All little waves of the ocean are swallowed by one great wave. That wave becomes very powerful. Only one desire, burning desire to know reality, to know absolute reality is needed. That is called desirelessness. Yes. Yes.
In the life readings written by saints and mystics, they talk about having a lot of contemplation, meditation, and after a certain length of time experiencing great flash of light, many suns, a timelessness, a universal feeling of consciousness, love, joy. These similarities in the writings are pretty profound. It's very similar. Is this an example of the Kundalini that isn't under control? Because many of the mystics and saints indicate this experience comes and goes, but that isn't under control.
When we all walk in the light, light is the same that helps us walking. But we are looking at the things according to our own capacity, concentration of mind, and the purpose. We will have similar experiences because light is the same that is helping us to walk. But experiences come from various levels: sense experience, mental experience, spiritual experience, and experience of the Brahman. There is something that is always said. Experience of samadhi for a yogi is considered to be the highest, because in that state mind remains there, but mind does not function the way it functions normally in day-to-day life with ordinary people. Mind is completely purified, one-pointed. Meditation deepens and leads you to a state of joy and happiness where there are no questions. If there are no questions, there will be no answers. In which language your mind will jabber? So you need to attain a state of mind free from mental jabbering. During the attainment of samadhi, mind remains purified, calm, one-pointed, inwards. Such a mind does not disturb. That is the purpose of meditation according to yoga science. Experience is entirely different. Ordinary mind and intellect will give you experiences like ordinary people have experiences. But when spiritual people have experiences, they will have one and the same experiences, similar experiences, profound experiences, no matter from which tradition they come. Yes?
What's the nature of that prana that brings forth mind?
Yes. The nature of prana that brings forth mind is life force with intelligence and brilliance with it. It is both together. It has three qualities: light, life, and brilliance. Because it's a direct force coming from the center of consciousness. It's first born from the source. which is capable of to form an instrument which is called mind. And mind has its modifications, manas, chitta, buddhi, ahankara mainly. It becomes like a wheel. As the spokes rotate the wheel, our internal states rotate this whole human wheel. But spokes do not rotate of their own. There is a hub. The nature of the hub is, it moves, yet it does not move. This is hub. Now, I am moving, so it is going with me, we can call it, it moves. But actually it is not moving. If the hub moves, it will not rotate. So our internal states rotate because of the hub called Jivatma. Individual soul. Individual soul is a superimposition word. Why has it become individual? Now see. I have a glass in my hand, the space of glass, the space of this room and the space outside is one and the same. Because of the boundaries we have created, the boundary of the glass, the boundary of the hall, the boundary. You see, that is called superimposition. Space is space. Atma is Atma. But it has attachment on with a particular set of instruments like mind and its modifications. That's why it is called Jiva. It is called individual soul. The moment individual soul turns back to its origin, it is free. As long as it is using the vehicle called human vehicle, animal vehicle, it is called Jiva, it is called individual. Yes.
You say and think and breathe Om in space and time. How?
We have not yet started the subject. How to use word Om. That subject is coming. Now, I think I should speak, otherwise I will be not able to complete the subject matter. Now, we are not talking about Brahman and universe, we are directly talking about the human body. We are not talking about the animal body, we are not talking about the plants, we are not talking about the rocks. Directly human body. Here in this human body is contained a great light. Now if you are searching that light like a lamp you search at home, forget it. You see, you should learn to understand light means what. I close my eyes and I see darkness all around, and you say, no Swamiji, there is no darkness. You are right and I am also right. But I don't see the light. You see light and I don't see light. How do you see light? Because you are using your light to see the lights around you. This light is not great light. The light through which you are seeing this light is greater than the light. The light of sun, moon, stars. All these lights are inferior in front of the light through which you observe that this is sun's light, this is moon's light, this is star's light, this is bulb's light. Because that light is not dumb like this light. That light has intelligence, brilliance, that has power and capacity to discriminate. So human being, in this body, there is a light. But there should be some source of light. From where that light is coming? There should be some center of light. You see. Now, if you analyze and go and see what sun is, nobody is trying to go over there. They've been to moon, they go to another planets, but nobody is trying to go to the sun. Nobody can go there. See. It's full of light. It's not something bulky or matter from where the light emanates. No, it's all light. As my all fingers are projected from this, all rays of light project from the center of light. In human body, there is light. And that light, this mantra says, that light is known by the wise as Guhachara. Guha means cave, cavity. Who dwells in the cavity. That great truth has been endowed right here. You cannot say, yesterday I told you, as all the sparks rise from the fire, so we are all sparks of the Brahman. The qualitatively we are one and the same, but not quantitatively. You see. A drop and ocean, they are qualitatively one and the same. For completing its course, it has to meet the ocean. Once you realize that qualitatively, you as an individual soul and the cosmic soul are one and the same, then your effort is to unite the both, so that there is no such discrimination. That drop is different from the ocean. Drop does not lose. Here comes the point. Many sadhakas they get afraid when they go beyond this in meditative state. I might lose my identity. They are afraid. A river does not lose its identity when it meets the ocean. What happens? River becomes ocean. A drop becomes ocean. Many such fears come because of your habit patterns when you meditate. Here the seers are leading you to the state of fearlessness that don't think Almighty dwells far and far beyond your vision, beyond you. No, it's within you, in this very body. First step towards realization is this: the Lord of life is within me. That's a great achievement. The moment you have attained this step of realization, you are free. You will never say God lives there. Have you seen in the Western Hemisphere, go to the children at home and ask them, where is God? It's God is there. But those families who meditate in that home, ask the children, where is God? God is here. Who told you? My mom told me. What your mom does? She closes her eyes and sits every day in the morning like Buddha. So his child carried Buddha's doll. It was very peaceful at home and would adore that. So mother said, why are you doing this? You are Christian. You should. I love Christ, but I find this doll peaceful, That peace emanates. This stillness gives me happiness. Mom, let me have this doll. Okay, he said, you remember that you are Christian? He said, I will never forget that. How can I forget that? I am born in a Christian family. By birth I am Christian. But can I have this notion, carry this notion with me, that Buddha is peaceful? Then he started learning about Buddha. So he found Buddha was one of the leaders of school of meditation. To be Christian, it's not necessary that you don't meditate, then you are Christian. It is not necessary that you are born in a Hindu family and never meditate and you call yourself Hindu. Not possible. When Jesus Christ got anointed, he did not become Buddhist. When Buddha attained enlightenment, he did not become Christian. Some of the hang-ups, some of the problems that you create in your mind because of your cultural heritage or tradition are there because you do not sort out those things. You see. If I am assured that I have to become a donkey or ass today, a pig, to realize Brahman, and if I am very sure, I prefer to do that. What to talk Hindu and Christian? If I am 100% convinced that by becoming rock I will realize Brahman, I prefer to be rock. My purpose of life will be fulfilled. Do not disturb your religious and cultural myths, yet have that profound knowledge which liberates you from many, many bondages. First bondage is bondage of karma. Second comes bondage of fears. Third comes bondage of ignorance. You have to be free from three bondages, no matter where you are. You see. Spirituality does not belong to any religion. Action belongs to particular act. That's what we have been seeing. Action is different from knowledge. Light and knowledge have no ideology. Therefore, no religion. Because all religions are supported by the light, by the knowledge. So don't have that in your mind. If I meditate, perhaps I might turn into Hindu or Buddhist. Or if I go to the church and pray or read Bible, perhaps I will become Christian. No. For attaining spiritual heights, you should study all the sayings from those noble traditions, spiritual traditions. Does not matter Which traditions are they? You see. So once you have understood that there is Brahman and it's all that has come from Brahman, whole universe has risen from the Brahman. You know, it's like human being is like spark of light or like a bubble in the ocean. Now, does that little bubble, does this human body carries Brahman within? The mantra says, in every human body there is that great light, but that light is hidden. It's called Purusha. Pur means city, Saha means sleeping. It is in a sleeping state, it is in a dormant state, that light. Here, it has not come for Kundalini, this particular word. Second mantra will explain all that which emanates, flickers, feels, and has the appearance of existence, of non-existent. All is established in it. By attaining the knowledge of the Supreme Light, a seeker surpasses all living beings. This immutable Brahman is the light which is subtler than the subtle. It is this which should be known. Now, never say that a spark of light which is within me, through which I hear, smell, feel touch, see, that spark of light, that light which is within us, is light of Brahman. Brahman itself is there, in a form subtler than subtlest. Anor aniyan mahito mahiyan. Brahman means greater than anything, subtlest than anything. It is in the subtlest form, not in a small form, subtlest. Subtle means which is beyond the perception of your senses and mind. For realizing him, you have to be aware of that Brahman by going beyond the senses and mind. Now, first barrier you find your senses. Create barriers for you, obstacles for you. Do not allow you to be quiet, because senses distract and dissipate your mental energy. If you have known how to withdraw voluntarily your senses by closing your eyes, closing your ears, not allowing any touch, possible. Still there is some problem inside. Our mind has two compartments, conscious and unconscious. All the impressions of our daily life are within us in the bed of memory. So when we have withdrawn, immediately they start coming forward to the conscious mind. Why? Now I tell you. If you catch hold of my right hand, try to fight with me, hurt me, what will happen? Automatically my left hand will come. When you try to cultivate and control or direct the conscious part of mind, little part of mind, huge part, the totality of part, mind becomes active. Oh, who are you? You are trying to control me. I am not only this. If you are trying to control the elephant by catching its tail, the elephant will just throw you away. You should have profound knowledge of the totality of your mind. Nay, not only mind. entire internal states. But you should have, with this faith in mind, the Upanishad says, if you do not have this faith that God dwells in you, Lord of life dwells in you with all its majesty in the subtlest way, if you don't have this faith, your meditation will be not profound. You should study and know about the Upanishad. You see, knowledge, spiritual knowledge, so much, which is being supported by the ancillary books, sayings of the sages. They are similar. When you are on the way, you have different experience. If she is on the different way, she has different experience. But when you all go to the summit, from there, you all see one and the same. The vision is one and the same. Enlightened have one and the same visions. That's why all great religions look alike. Their teachings are enlightening. If you read one religion, you'll be amazed. You will feel as though you are reading your Bible. Then you read another religion. Oh my Lord, I am reading my Bible. Where these books differ? They definitely differ. There are two sections of your religious books. One is called essential section. Another is called non-essentials. These religious books have non-essential part of it. They will ask you what to do and what not to do. This is non-essential. How to be is very essential. All the great Bibles and religions are one and the same, have come from the same great light to comfort, to help, to lead mankind, but they differ because they are mingled with habit patterns and all that. I'll tell you. Go to Kashmir, India. Women have simple garment. They are not very colorful because their sense for color and beauty is satisfied by the nature. Go to Rajasthan, which is desert. Their women wear many, many colors because the nature does not satisfy their urge of beauty. Now, religion of Rajasthan differs from religion of, Kashmir. Same religion. Why? When they have any religious ceremony, women from Rajasthan will wear many colored garment. Same religion. But women of Kashmir will wear that simple same garment. Religion is same, these both are non-essentials. There are many sections in Christianity, not because of the essentiality, non-essentiality. But what happens if I ask you, who are you? I am Catholic. No, I'll say, no, you are not Catholic. No, I am Catholic. I am not Protestant. You get involved in non-essentials, become fanatic. I am Lutheran. Don't call me Catholic. So I asked one of the fathers, was Christ Catholic? He said, you are teasing me. I said, I am not teasing you. I want to know. I asked a Lutheran priest, was he a Lutheran? Non-essentials have been made by human beings, added within spirituality for our own convenience. Essentiality is a part of divinity, which is truth They're one and the same in all great religions. Remember this. If you want to grow, you have to grow. Then one thing I don't understand. If you love someone, it's good. You cannot love two at the same time. Definitely you love one. Second, you can use as a support. But if you love one, is it necessary for you to hate others for loving one? Tell me. If you love your religion, why do you hate other religions? It's not necessary. Your religions never teach you to hate other religions. From where has it come? It means you do not love your religions, you do not know your religions, you are insecure. That's why you are afraid. Who is afraid? Who is not secure. Even in day-to-day life, you love your husband, you don't have to hate your friends' husbands. Why do you want to do that? Oh, what he thinks, he wears this sort of suit, my husband does not wear. This is not love. Jealousy, hatred come out of non-essentials. You become fanatic. Essentials are one and the same. Be truth, be kind, be nice, be gentle. These great sayings you will find in all great scriptures of the world. Therefore, all the religions are one and the same, and there is no such difference. Difference is found in Upanishads. Now, here the Upanishads do not have Smriti. They are Shrutis, Aparashiya. They have not come from human origin through human being. They are not visions of individuals. These teachings are not given by the individuals. The great seers saw them. The great seers heard them. You see. Mantra Dashtra. They saw the mantra, they were already there in their deep, profound state of meditation. Can you see? Yes. Provided you attain that state, deep state of meditation. Can you see anything new which they have not seen? No. Today, if you open your eyes and you say, my forefathers, whole universe have seen only one sun, I will see another sun if I open my eyes. Not possible. Why do you not take benefits of your forefathers, when they have given this knowledge to you? Why do you want to waste your time in exploring many dimensions? They never lied. That knowledge is as fresh, as young, beautiful as it was thousands of years ago, because it's immortal, you see, imperishable knowledge. It's not that knowledge which changes in day-to-day life, which can be modified. It's knowledge eternal. So the Upanishads say, O human being, deep in you, in your heart. Heart means what I told you yesterday. If you say that left side of your chest lies the heart, that's physical heart. Where is the heart of your country? It's not actually in the center of the country. It's in Washington, from where it is being controlled. You see. If you just center, then Kansas. You see. You have to see. In that heart, in that cavity, lies that light. Now here, how will you know that? holding the great bow of Upanishads. What do you do with the Upanishads? Krishna made entire Upanishadic literature as a cow, milked that cow and gave, you see, that milk to Arjuna. That's why he became great. Do you know the meaning of Arjuna? Meaning of Arjuna means you are Arjuna. Arjun Karna. One who makes sincere effort is Arjuna. Here a student of the Upanishad should be Jigyasu, should make sincere effort. He should be sincere in his searching and seeking. He makes the bow, that is student of the Upanishad, makes the bow of Upanishadic knowledge. The aspirant should fix the arrow of mind. From where will you find arrow? The knowledge of the Upanishad that you have acquired, you have studied, you have learned from your teacher, you have made the bow. Now you have the bow, you need arrow. Your mind should be arrow. But that mind is blunt. How will you sharpen that arrow? With meditation you sharpen the arrow. How do you purify the gold? By putting it in the fire. How do you purify your mind? By disciplining it with a particular method that is called meditation. What is that method? Is it Hindu, Muslim, Christian? No. We are not talking about any human being. We are talking about all human beings. All the human beings have mind. All the human beings have great light within. That great light becomes knowledge. Whatever you have should become your bow, your mind should become arrow. But that mind needs sharpening, and then it needs meditation. Meditation is inward method. It's not external method. It's not meditation in action he is describing. Meditation calmness. Only meditation will make your mind sharp. So far you know 3 schools. Prayer, meditation and contemplation. There is another popular school used by all great traditions of the world, japa. I cannot sit in meditation, you say. Oh, don't. I cannot contemplate, I cannot pray, I don't like to go to the church or temples. Don't. But here the Upanishad says, when Lord is within you, you are a temple, you are a chapel, you are a shrine. If you are a shrine, the moment you become shrine, you don't need to go anywhere. That's why the great sages of all the traditions, without condemning their religions, without telling people, don't go to the church, there is nothing, they quietly go aside because they have known the truth that their whole being is like a shrine and there dwells within a great Atman, Deva. Now, you are outside. Your senses lead you outside. You should learn to be inside. I want to leave the word meditation for last day. I will tell you few secrets of meditation which I have not taught you before. Many of you will be angry. We have lived with you for 21 years. You traitor, you have not done your job. No. I think 21 years ago you were not prepared. When you are not prepared for marriage, you should not get married. So last day of this seminar, I will explain to you. I'll leave you here, that with the help of meditation, you sharpen the arrow of your mind. As the Upanishad says, Dishyate tvagya buddha shukshmati shuksham darshati. You know, two pieces of the cloth can be joined with a little needle which is very sharp. You see. You penetrate the needle and unite two pieces of cloth. It's so small. It has such a great power. You see. And when your mind becomes very sharp, such a mind can pierce into those levels of life, unfathomable levels of your being, which you have ordinarily not known and seen. So far you think you are a particular body, having a particular shape and figure, that's all. Being born in a family, having a country and religion, that's all. No. From inside, you are different. As you say, such and such person is very good. Such and such person is not good. It has nothing to do with body. It has something to do with your internal conditions. When you study yourself, know yourself from within, you will find yourself entirely different. Not identifying yourself with the body, with the situation and condition of the body, the environment in which you live, but you will find yourself entirely different. Now, why do you not do it when you meditate? Your quality of meditation is not good. Perhaps you do not meditate in the name of meditation, you hallucinate. My charge is on you. You do not follow my instructions, what can I do? You do not come back, because if you find obstacles, you don't come back to me. Still you persist sitting. You go according to the present day in mind, saying I sit for 2 hours. Perhaps if I sit for 3 hours, nothing is going to happen. If 2 hours you hallucinate, 3 hours hallucination will not improve your meditation. One thing I could not remove from you, and that is your haste. You want to know right now. What can I do? You are American. You sow the seed. You don't have patience to wait. You early in the morning go and just see why it is not growing. Again you cover it and pour water. And you are eager to know 3-4 times. You don't find anything coming up. Next day again you dig. It dies. You have wonderful, great power. I'm not pampering you. American child is the best child in the world. The problems which other parts of the world have, you don't have. You know, no society moves the way you people move in the country. If somebody has a house here, they write letters. Swamiji, I have a house, I am selling it, going to Florida. It doesn't happen in other countries. Whole society moves here. It's like Kumbha. It's something great, because you are assured wherever you go you can have bread and butter. You can have that. This is not the position in other countries, but you are suffering of one thing. Materialistic mind, which is very hasty. Patience. You should learn some patience. You can see in your yard. You can go to Florida and see how the orange grow. It takes some time for the plant to grow and bear orange fruits. Have patience with yourself. Don't do anything in a hurry. You see. When you are right that you are doing something, be sure that you are rightly doing. Don't do anything in conflict, in doubt, in conflict. If you are sitting in meditation, still you have that confidence, whether I should meditate or not, don't do it. Experimentally, you can do few things. Learning to sit quietly is therapeutic and healthy for your body. Learning to breathe in a serene way is healthy for your pranic sheath, nervous system, and final sets of muscles of your body. Learning to relax your conscious mind is very healthy for your mental health. But from here starts meditation. You think you have done meditation? This is not meditation. This is called only a preparation for meditation. In this seminar, we will give you meditation according to the Upanishads. How the Upanishads explain meditation. There is difference between Upanishadic meditation and meditation explained in yoga science. I see. Yoga science has been given by those sutras, aphorisms, have been formulated by a great sage called Patanjali. But Upanishads are not given by any sage. They've been received, they are revelations, much higher than Gita, than any other books. They need to be explained rightly. And I'm trying my best. I always say, when I come over here, I pray to Lord and my Master, please see that I don't deviate. No selfish word should come out of my mouth. I first pray and then come to you. So, how can you hear you are preparing entire knowledge of yours using as a bow, mind as a arrow, sharpening the edge. And then you are shooting at the target. Now, here the shares of the Upanishad say, "Oh friend." Why did they use word friend? When a child grows, after certain age, he should be treated like a friend by his father and guru. I cannot treat adult students like little children and whip them. They will whip me back. You should have a rapport with teacher in that way so that on the same level, but not the friend as you have and you become absurd and disgraceful. Sakhit matva. For Krishna it is. Prasadam vidittam. Hey Krishna, hey Yadav, hey Sakhiti. Arjuna says, "O Lord Krishna, you are my teacher, but you are my Sakha, my friend. You have to learn to create a very friendly atmosphere. Teachers should not think that you are stupid. The moment you feel that your teacher is sitting there and he talks something and you don't understand, you cannot learn Upanishads. No. You can learn any other language, telephonic conversation you can have, but you cannot learn. For learning Upanishads, you will have to create an atmosphere, friendly atmosphere, where you are calm and peaceful, and the teacher is also teaching you in a calm and peaceful atmosphere, so that and that uninterrupted flow of knowledge is received by you without any interruption. Here, all the time teacher says, "Oh friend, oh friend." Not, "Oh disciple, oh disciple." As Krishna had Arjuna, his disciple, great friend. So a disciple should be great friend of teacher and teacher should be great friend of disciple. So that all that which you can speak, you think I don't know you? No matter how much you love your wife, you don't speak to her many things. At least I know men folks. Here the Upanishadic literature says, such an atmosphere should be created, such an understanding should be there. Such understanding should be there between teacher and student, whether he is male or female. Student should not be used as slave and teacher should not be used as someone who is far beyond your reach, sitting somewhere on the pedestal. You see. Why do we not learn from our great leaders? Why Christians did not learn and were not benefited enough from Christ? Why Hindus were not benefited from Krishna? Why Buddhists not were benefited from, Buddha? Because they always put Buddha, Christ, Krishna on a high pedestal and never reached there. They started worshipping, you are our Lord. The Lord remained there and you remain here. And there is no guidance. Upanishads say no. As a friend, you can learn better. You are a student, all right. Don't forget your limitations. You should learn. But in a very friendly way, as a friend. If you are not in good terms with your teacher, if you are not friends with your teacher, why should he teach you? If teacher is not friend to you, why should you learn? You should create that atmosphere. Remember that immutable, eternal truth alone is the target. That absolute truth is the target of your preparing, making bow and arrow. You see? Now, it is Om is the bow. First there's the Upanishadic literature. Now, gist of the Upanishad is Om. Next seminar is completely on one syllable called Om. It's not so easy to explain. Toughest and first Upanishad is Mundaka Upanishad, which we are going to teach in the winter. Om is the bow. That Upanishadic literature condensed into Om, in Om, that first syllable that was heard by Brahma. You see, the first sound, cosmic sound, Om, that is bow. Atman, the individual self, is the arrow. Do you find contradiction? Yes. First said mind. Here it says Atman. He is talking of individual Atman, and I told you, you are individual, you have become individual because you have mind with you. So it's right. In first sentence, first verse, it was said mind, but then Rishi said not mere instrument mind, but this whole unit, individual soul. Is the arrow. Brahman, the universal self, is the target. Here the river is singing, swinging, rolling down from the mountain of the Himalayas. The Ganges is singing and swinging and dancing. Why? To meet her own greater self, ocean. Why are you moving and smiling and dancing and doing all this? To meet the beloved God. So that is the target. Aim precisely, and like an arrow, become merged with the target. You don't need any arrow if arrow has sent once to the target. Precisely word also is very important. What do you mean by precisely? If you do not practice how to shoot your arrows will go somewhere different. So in the beginning, if you meditate, naturally mind will run here and there and there. But if you systematically do meditation, I assure you, mind will not run anywhere. Mind runs when you have not given something to mind. Mind has a very bad habit. It does not exist without objects. It always needs something to think of. Many forms. Woman, husband, child, daughter. It needs some form. Mind will not exist. You cannot understand mind if there are not varieties of forms. One after another, you need to give mind something so that mind is directed according to your way. You see. Now, fifth mantra says, mind, the pranas, and the other elements, including heaven, earth, and all the spaces between, are held in him. Do not worry what has happened to your pranas, because we have not discussed when we made bow, arrow, and target. Prana word was not used here. But do not worry, all they are included in the same Brahman. Speak of nothing else, think of nothing else but Brahman. If you are speaking of devil whole day, 5 minutes you talk of Brahman, that is nothing. That 5 minutes talk will vanish. You have to be aware of the Brahman all the time. Now, I'll tell you one simple story. There was one Sufi sage. Her name was Rubai. So someone asked him, do you love the Lord? She said, yes. Do you hate the devil? She said, I don't have time. My whole life and my whole time is directed towards my beloved Lord. Where do I have time to hate devil? So to exist devil and the devil's existence is because of your mind. Where do you have time for this? Those who are meditators have no time for evil and devil. It lives in mind. Negative part of your mind is called evil. Evil is that which affects your internal state. Virtue is that which helps you. Virtue makes you, gives you delight. Evil gives you depression, sadness, sorrow, gives you violence. You see. Just as the spokes of a chariot wheel come together in its heart, all the nadis, energy channels in the human body meet in the heart where he moves. While manifesting the various ways, meditate on Om, which is one with the self. May you reach the other shore beyond all darknesses. Never forget that Mundaka Upanishad, the teacher of Mundaka Upanishad was a Swami, shaven head. When you enter into sannyasa, you have to shave your head. You see. So, now there are many spokes on a wheel. These spokes directly rotate the wheel. But if they are like, if the wheel is like that, it will never rotate as it is made. There is wheel and spokes also. It is rotated on because of the hub. As these spokes are related, connected to the hub, prana, all our internal states, different modifications of mind, different feelings are all related to the hub. They are there because of the hub. The light of light within you is there. That's why you are moving. Now you see your movements and you think that your legs are going from one place to another, your body is moving, you are moving. But if you are not aware of the truth, that because of this hub you are moving, you are ignorant. You should be aware, because of the Lord within you, you are moving. O student, do not remain unaware of this fact. All the nadi energy channels in the human body meet in the heart, where he moves while manifesting in various ways. Heart is that center which holds your being. This hub is that center which holds the whole wheel. That becomes cause of rotating this whole wheel, holding the whole wheel. You see, it doesn't move itself, but all movements are from here. Upanishad speaks about it. You see. So all the spokes, entire wheel moves because of something here. It is always with you, but it doesn't move. Lord is always with you. It has no movement, but all your movements are because of that. You should be aware of that all the time. Lord is with me. I am moving, I am smelling, I am seeing, I am hearing, I am talking. All these feelings and movement are because of Him. Then why am I responsible for that? Why do I punished? Why am I punished when I do something? Yes, all the energy I receive to commit a violence is His, but not the violence. There is no violence here. Why do you commit violence? There is all light and love. Why do you go against light and love? Remain in darkness. Now, I'll tell you. I have seen a lady who by mistake was punished by the judge. 3 murders, 3 murder charges, so she had 36 years jail. So the day he came, by chance I went to see the jail. Jailer knew me. So here this lady was really, she started crying. She said, I don't want to go. She said, but it's a good day, you are really... She said, no, I like here. You know why did she say that? She was insecure. If she goes out of jail, what will happen to her? One who is in darkness, now imagine this. One who is accustomed to the darkness is afraid of light. Why are you afraid of Lord? Because you are accustomed to live in darkness, ignorance. Many of you are afraid of doing meditation, taking that step of doing meditation, because you are in darkness. See? You are happy as you are. A little child, you see, have toffee in hand. No matter how many temptations you give to that child, she is not going to leave it. When she grows, then she will understand, oh, unless I leave it, how can I hold the bigger thing? Listen. You have a car and you are driving car. Your car is packed, full of gifts and materials. There comes a great friend and says, can you give me a ride? You want to. But there is no space. You are filled with junk. How do you entertain the sayings of the Upanishads, sayings of your teacher, and idea of consciousness? You will have to empty thyself. And he will fill thee. Who will fill thee? Empty thyself and he will fill thee. If you empty yourself, the consciousness of this hub will fill thee. Because the same great Lord dwells in you with all his majesty. Now, I have left one thing, and that's meditation. How to sharpen the arrow of mind for the last day. Because I want to give a complete method. In that method, meditation, contemplation, and prayer, all three are included. You don't feel that, oh, I have not prayed. You don't feel that I have prayed but I have not meditated. You don't think that I have not contemplated. The Upanishadic way of. He is omnipresent, omniscient, and the source of all sciences. Why? A women's lib will say, why he? It is not he, it. He is both. Om is both neuter gender and actually it is neuter gender, but some use it as masculine gender. Source of all sciences, if you know Om, if you know Atman, if you know the Hub, that holds all the channels, where all the channels of energy meet and from where energy flows. Now, remember one thing. Why India is suffering today? From my own viewpoint, when they have such a rich heritage. Because during Vedic period, both knowledge, apara and para, were practiced simultaneously. Today, apara is being practiced, para is not being practiced. Imbalance. Yes. To bring balance in society, we should know both our internal states, our self, individual self, and the self of all. How will you communicate with others if you do not know yourself? You should learn to understand yourself, then you will be able to communicate with others. As much as you know yourself, that's not enough. No more. Naiti naiti Upanishad says, not this, not this. Now I am searching for something, I am searching for Brahman. I am searching for someone. So I precisely watch and see, not available here. I'll go outside, not available. Then I get tired, and suddenly excess comes. Why are you so sad? I have searched everywhere, but I am searching for someone, it's not there. He's a fool. Close your eyes, it's within you. in the eternal space of heart. You know, firstborn in the evolution, what came first? Space. In the space within you, there is space, in the space of your heart. That Brahman dwells. This Atma alone resides. No one resides there. Residence of Atman is deep down in the eternal recesses of your being, in the eternal chamber of your heart. Manifesting in the form of mind, prana guides the functions of the body. It is manifestation. It manifests mind, prana, mind, senses and body. And that's how you live. While seated in the heart, he pervades the whole body. A rider sits and leads the horses. The chariot is gone. But there is another one that is seated. There is a wonderful discussion coming ahead and dialogue between the two birds. Real Upanishadic wisdom. We'll try our best to make that dialogue, you see, tasty and delicious. Yes. Once both shores of life, here and hereafter, are known, the knot at the heart is destroyed, all doubt vanishes, and all the binding impact of all karma is destroyed. It is not said after this life. In this lifetime, both shores of life, there are two shores of life here and life hereafter. A river flows between the two shores. You should learn about both shores. What is at the other shore? What is in this shore? Avidya and Vidya. Upper knowledge, lower knowledge and higher knowledge. Higher knowledge leads you to liberation, lower knowledge leads you to success in the world. You need both. That's what the seers say. You do not need to renounce the world. There is nothing written here that you better renounce and go away. You need to know. You need to know the values of the things that you have in the world. You should, once you understand the values of the things, you understand your relationship to the things of the world. But what happens? You forget. You get attached to the things. You have not trained your mind. You get attached to the things of the world and you always hold. What will happen if it is snatched from me? With this fear you live. No, you should be fearless. All the things belong to the providence. Yes, they are meant for you. Enjoy them. Learn to enjoy. Now you want to enjoy and all the things are given to you, but you find yourself incapable of enjoying. Why? Because you are weak. Why are you weak? Because you are ignorant. How can you be strong so that you can enjoy the things? You have to be strong by having inner strength. That inner strength lies in the hub, not only in the spokes and wheel. Trust the Lord within you. Then you will have inner strength. Without inner strength, having everything in the world, you do not enjoy things. In the innermost golden sheath resides pure and perfect Brahman. There are many sheaths. As the sword is in the sheath, that great majesty is inside you. There are many sheets. It's just like lamp having many shades. If there are 7 shades or 10 shades, 5 shades on the lamp, light is there, but you will not find good light. If you take off one by one all the sheets, you will see the light. You see. In the innermost golden sheet. Why golden? Gold is very shining, tempting. You see. Very costly. Gold is considered to be the main reserve of all currencies in the world, understanding, international economic reserve. You see. But here, the golden word has come, golden sheath. It has become golden because of the light emanating from the hub, from the Atman that is within you. That is not only pure gold, pure and perfect Brahman. There is no imperfection in it. The knowers of Atma realize this is the highest of all bright lights. Those who know, they know that this is not something separated. This is Brahman. Fire is fire. Water is water. Then you become one with the Absolute and you are in Absolute. So you don't say, I am little Atman. No. I am Brahman, I am Brahman. Because you are in Brahman, you are with Brahman, you have Brahman consciousness, you have become one, inseparably one with the Brahman. That's why Christ said, I and my Father are one. Others did not say that. In the realm of Brahman, neither the sun, stars, moon, nor lightning shines, because it's beyond that. Sun, moon, stars and lightning shine because of his power, Brahman's power. Not to speak of fire. Fire is something very lower. It is only when he shines that all these others may shine. Because of his power, others are shining. This bulb is shining because of his power. If there is no electricity in the atmosphere, engineers could not store the electricity in a powerhouse and would not supply, and there wouldn't be power. Ultimately, all these that is shining has its source in Brahman. This whole universe is illumined because of his power. All this is immutable Brahman. Brahman is before, behind, above, here, there, and everywhere. All this is Brahman. This awareness is developed. All this is the Lord of life and the universe. Where is the question of sorrow? Those who know this don't have any time for sadness. Mantras will speak that. Such great men don't have time to cry, to feel sad, to be depressed. They don't lose anything and they don't gain anything. You dig a pit, you think that you have made a pit. No, you have made a heap. Nothing is lost and nothing is gained. For such a person, there is no gain, there is no loss, he is free. He lives in the world, but he is not affected by the karmas and its laws, because he has already, the potter has already made the pot, and it's only the wheel revolving. You see, who is not creating anything. You see, you are spontaneously living. Such a state of mind can be attained. Such an internal state can be attained when you are constantly aware of Brahman, living in the world, yet remaining unaffected. God bless you. You be there.